Hello, YouTube family. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's getting along well. I'm coming to you with another devotional, and this devotional is entitled Listening Through Restlessness. I'll be reading from my Bible, Esther 6, 1 through 11. That night the king could not sleep, so one was commanded to bring the book of the records of the Chronicles, and they were read before the king. And it was found written that Mordecai had told of Bethana and Teresh, two of the king's eunuchs, the doorkeepers, who had sought to lay hands on King Assyrius. Then the king said, "What honor or dignity has been bestowed on Mordecai for this?" And the king's servants who attended him said, "Nothing has been done for him." So the king said, "Who is in the court?" Now Haman had just entered the outer court of the king's palace to suggest that the king hang Mordecai on the gallows that he had prepared for him. The king's servants said to him, "Haman is there, standing in the court." And the king said, "Let him come in." So Haman came in, and the king asked him, "What shall be done for the man who the king delights to honor?" Now Haman thought in his heart, "Whom would the king delight to honor more than me?" And Haman answered the king, "For the man whom the king delights to honor, let a royal robe be brought with the king, which the king has worn, and a horse of which the king has ridden, which has a royal crest placed on its head. Then let this robe and horse be delivered to the hand of one of the king's most noble princesses, that he may array the man whom the king delights to honor. Then parade him on horseback through the city square and proclaim before him, 'Thus shall it be done to the man whom the king delights to honor.'" Then the king said to Haman, "Hurry, take the robe and horse as you have suggested, and do so for Mordecai, the Jew, who sits within the king's gate. Leave nothing undone of all that you have spoken." So Haman took the robe and the horse, arrayed Mordecai, and led him on horseback through the city square, and proclaimed before him, "Thus shall it be done to the man whom the king delights to honor." Amen. That's it for the Bible reading. Now the devotion. When you're too preoccupied to hear God's voice, He may get our attention by giving us a restless spirit. The book of Esther gives us a wonderful example of this. In the 6th chapter, we see that King Assyrius could not sleep, so he gave an order to bring the book of records, the Chronicles. and they were read before the king. As a result, Asterius became aware of an assassination plot that had been foiled by a man named Mordecai. Filled with gratitude for this act of service, he made plans to honor him. What Asterius could not have known, though, is that Haman, one of the royal advisers, was plotting to hang Mordecai and exterminate the Jewish population. As a result of the king's intervention, Mordecai and the rest of the Jews were saved. Now, what started this process? A restless night. The king didn't know why he couldn't sleep, but we know God was trying to get his attention. How often has this happened to you? You go about your life, but a restlessness seems to hang over you. In such moments, ask, Lord, what is it you want to tell me? You'll discover that God can speak to you in your unrest. Mm-hmm. Amen. Yeah, great reading. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got something out of it. And until I read to you again, God bless you all, and goodbye.